I want to welcome everyone to the Tom Bomb Podcast, Season 2, Episode 4, on Pop Radio Worldwide, Spotify Premium, iHeartRadio. Before I say anything else, I want to say shout out Kane Vaughn and rest in peace Kane Vaughn. He was murdered Friday night in Atlanta outside a hookah bar. This week's going to be a little different setup. It's just going to be me. Tony's not going to be on the show because of scheduling. The show must go on, so let's get it started. Get right into it. News of the week. 6 years ago today, Future dropped his tape Monster. Huge tape for him. I think this is really when his career took off. Radical, song 2 on there, Metro Boomin', amazing song. Fuck Up Some Commas, obviously a banner all across the country. My favorite personal song on it, Codeine Crazy. 6 years, Futures came a long way. So many more tapes after that, so many more classics. Now he's considered as one of the best in the game to people in hip-hop and myself. Future's going to go down as one of the best to ever do it when he's done rapping, without a doubt. Next thing we're going to look at, 5 years ago this week, Lil Uzi dropped his tape, Love Is Rage. Let's look at the track list. 7 a.m., love that song by him. Safe House, great intro, I thought. Lamborghini Dream featuring Young Thug, that's a huge cosign for him at the time. He was young, upcoming. Young Thug was already a staple in the game. Top, I love that song. Don Cannon produced that, obviously a great track. This was also a huge cosign at the time for him. Queso featuring Wiz Khalifa. I think that's great. Obviously, Uzi's went on and on and on after that. Dropped the Turn on Take this year. One of the best albums of the year. No question from me about Uzi. I think he's going to continue to drop heat. This anniversary I love because I'm from the East Coast. I've spent a lot of time in Philly. And Meek Mill is one of my favorite artists in the game. 8 years ago today, Meek dropped his debut album on a big label. Let's take a look at the track list. Obviously, Dreams and Nightmares. One of the best intros of all time. Any album ever, Dreams and Nightmares. I think everyone who loves hip-hop across the world knows that song word for word. Young and Gettin' It featuring Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain was hot at the time, and this was a really good song. Obviously, he has the Rick Ross feature. Amen featuring Drake. Great track. Drake was really hot at the game. That cosign really put Meek up and up. Tony's Story Part 2. Great song. He just dropped Part 3, I think, 2 years ago on the DC4 mixtape. I can't wait for Part 4. He said it's going to be a movie. I hope it comes out with the whole clip. Rich and Famous featuring Louis V. I thought that was a good track. Maybach Curtains. Nas, John Legend, Rick Ross. Legendary track. Mill's one of the most consistent rappers in the game. You never have to question his pen. Never mumble rap either. Love Meek Mill. Can't wait for him to drop his next album. Hopefully it comes sooner than later. He hasn't dropped one in a minute. Let's move on. I love this. Juice WRLD, most streamed artist of October with 718 million streams. That just screams to his legacy. Not much more to say about Juice WRLD. I just want to say, rest in peace, Juice WRLD. This is the last stat I'm going to give you of the week. Actually a mind-blowing stat, not surprising at all because who it is. Drake's Take Care album has been on the Billboard Top 200 for 400 straight weeks. Not really much to say here either. One of the best entertainers of all time, definitely of our generation. Drake's new album's coming soon, Certified Lover Boy. I really hope it's better than the last tape he dropped. But he has classic albums. Drake's Take Care is known as a classic album in hip-hop. It's not my favorite. My favorite by him is Nothing Was the Same, but just a crazy stat. That's all the news I got for you guys this week. Let's get into the music. Let's take a look at this list that the new albums came out. First one on the list I'm excited to see. Trippie Redd. Immediately excited for. Life Was a Trip. I really enjoyed that album. His last album wasn't as good as Life's a Trip, but this album, Pegasus, amazing album. Also excited for Lil Keith's Trapped on Cleveland 3. The deluxe, the original was great. It came out a few weeks ago. Kane Vaughn, Welcome to O Block. I was really hyped for this, and I know that after an artist dies, his streams are going to go up, up, up. But we've been talking about Kane Vaughn on this show for weeks now. And he's one of the best storytellers in the game. And it's unfortunate that his life got cut short. I'm sure that he's going to have music after his death, and I can't wait to hear that also. Busta Rhymes, The Wrath of God. Busta Rhymes is one of the best rappers to ever do it, especially his old music. He was on fire in the beginning of his career. I still have him out rapping a lot of people. Snot, Beautiful Havoc. I'm not the biggest Snot fan, but his music is growing on me, and I think he's doing a great job. He's also from New York, so shout out Snot. ASAP 12E, Noon Young. I was really excited when I saw this. I think somebody from ASAP, except Ferg, has got to keep holding the tradition down for Yams. I mean, Rocky's been MIA. I've put him as my artist to look out for, or not to look out for, my artist I need more music from, and unfortunately he hasn't come through. Also, WizKid, Made in Logos. Now it's time to look over the hottest singles that came out this week. Let's start here. Lil Durk featuring Young Thug and 6 Black, Stay Down. I'm really looking forward to this song. 3 really big artists on one track, and it's good to see 6 Black getting more recognition, even though he is a huge artist, but usually he doesn't come along with people, such as Lil Durk, like a street rapper like that. Doughboy and Southside featuring Future, the song Tweaking. Anything with Future, I immediately play. He never misses. I just went over this to start the show. Future's not going to miss. It's just not in his DNA. French Montana featuring Pop Smoke, Double G. I'm not a huge French Montana guy. I think after Max B got locked up, he really fell off. And, I'm only listening. I'm here for Pop Smoke. That's it. Losses by Lil TJ. Lil TJ's been out of, the spotlight for a little bit. Not because of his music. He's been off social media. He's back now. I can't wait to hear the track. Freddie Gibbs featuring Big Sean and Hit Boy. 4 Things. Hit Boy, I want to say right now, if I didn't say it, I think I said it last week, but if I didn't say this yet, Hit Boy is the best producer in hip-hop right now. He did Benny the Butcher's album, Big Sean's album, Nas's album, and he's been on every big album this year. Anything that Hit Boy touches, I immediately listen to, and obviously Freddie Gibbs and Big Sean are 2 of the best doing it right now. Let's see, Young Nudie and Metro Boomin, Vice City, looking forward to that. Weeks by Kevin Gates, we're always looking for Kevin Gates. Birdman featuring Young Greatness, Plaques. Ever since the whole Birdman Lil Wayne thing, he hasn't dropped any music like that, so, let's see what it is. Young Scooter and Zaytoven featuring Future, Black Migo. Looking forward to this song. Let's see, we'll go over one more. Young Bands feature Mulatto, Freak Show. I mean, I'm not really looking out for Young Bands. There was a lot of hype behind him when he first came out. I'm just going to say this. I don't really care. It's my show. I think he's trash. It's going to do it for the first segment of the show. We're going to be back after a music break. Once we come back, we're going to have TrakkSounds on the show. He's the DJ for Maxo Cream, also one of the best producers in hip-hop. This is a Tom Bomb podcast on Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
90.
Oh, I can't help myself tonight. Losing control in here. Bounce it all on me. Oh, wow, no fear. Doing what you want to. Forget your means, get loose. Cannot blame you. You a go. Oh, I can't help myself tonight. Losing control in here. Bounce it all on me. Oh, wow, no.
Welcome back to the Tom Bomb Podcast. We're on Spotify Premium, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio. We're going to have an exclusive interview with TrakkSounds. Oh, Trakk, what's good, my boy?
What's up, man? Finally live and at it.
Hell yeah. I want to thank you for coming on the podcast, bro.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you having me, man. Let's get set up real quick. Oh, shit.
You good?
Yep. What's the deal, dog?
What's good, bro? Yo, first thing I want to ask you, same thing I ask everyone that comes on right away. I just want to know, first of all, what made you love hip-hop or music in general?
Man, I've always had it kind of in my family. My dad grew up playing the guitar and played the guitar and the harmonica. My aunt did, so it kind of just was always around me. This is one of those things I was just naturally drawn to. I always just had a love for music. I knew all the words at 10 to Lil Wayne songs and stuff. I was just different, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of obvious music was in me.
Yeah. I'm curious of, at what age did you start making beats? And I'm gonna ask, when did you know that you can make like a living off doing it?
I started making beats when I was about 13 or 14. So I've been making beats for 15 years now. It took a long time before I knew I was gonna be able to make a living on it. At first I kind of had dreams of, I'll be some big producer. Then, I got older and I was like, okay, it's not as easy as it looks. Then I kind of found ways to actually make money. So, probably about 8 years ago, I started being able to, I was waiting tables and stuff. So I was able to kind of stop doing that. And then I just found different ways through music to music's a lot of just finding different ways to make money. So luckily I've been blessed to keep finding some ways to make money. So,
Yeah, I feel you on that. Um, who was who was like the first like big artist that you ever had on a track?
uh, who's been first big artist? Probably Wiz. I did a Wiz track in like 2011. That was on a Taylor Gang mixtape, and that was like my first time that I was like, oh shit, like maybe I actually can like work with a few big artists. And then after that, like I worked with like 2 Chainz and Bun B and all Devin. I got a Devin placement and a Millionaire, a few others like that, and started kind of just piling on. I'm like, okay, maybe actually like shit, maybe I actually got a shot. You know what I'm saying? So once the Wiz and 2 Chainz thing hit, I was like, all right, this is pretty real. So
Yeah, how did the thing with you and Wiz come together? Did like you reach out to him?
so man, that's actually a really, really cool story. I haven't really told that story many times, but I don't want to say too much. But they were in town on tour, needed some smoke basically, and I just happened to see the tweet from one of their managers, and it all kind of connected. I ended up, Wiz came out, and he was like one of the coolest people ever. Man, he came up to me and was like, "What's up, man? I'm Wiz." I'm like, "Man, I know who you are." Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, he was super cool. Like, definitely one of the coolest people I met. The whole Taylor gang was real cool. Um, this was back when you still passed out beat CDs. It was like 10 years ago, right when Cushion Orange Juice was popping off. And I gave a beat CD to Chevy Woods because we kind of clicked a little more. I've done probably like 5 or 6 records for Chevy, and he linked me up with Wiz, did a record with him, and yeah, it all kind of just came to that. Me just paying attention on Twitter, man, and right place, right time. Really, like that's how a lot of connects have happened. Just
Yeah,
being
that's how
present,
a lot have happened for me too. Just exactly what you just said.
just
Right
being
place, right
present,
time.
man. Knowing the opportunities, and then just kind of just being.
Yeah. I need to ask you about this. Obviously, you're Maxo Cream's DJ. How did you and Maxo come together?
It was about the same time as all that was kind of going off. I got one of the same things, man. Right place, right time, and just knowing people. I was friends with an artist manager named Lauren. She worked with a few different people, and she called me, and she knew I had a studio with Chameleonaire's DJ, and I was just kind of getting my feet recording and stuff like that. And I'd been recording forever because I had a studio in my house when I was in high school, because where I lived. Um, and so I kind of just started putting it out that I wanted to record more. Lauren called me. She's like, "Hey, I got this dude Maxo. He's just coming up. He hadn't released anything really then. Like, like he wants to take it serious. Like he wants to be in a good studio. So yeah, he pulled up and we honestly just clicked. It really was just that. Like like we had a love for a lot of different things, basketball and one. Smoking
And
weed.
one.
Yeah, like me and Max, no lie, like me and Maxo, like we really we clicked on a lot of things, and just from there, it was one of those things like just being a cool ass dude, basically. I don't want to sound like that, but like I wouldn't plex issues. He was always like, man, I like you because you don't like try to tell me like how to do something, or like you don't tell me like how to cut a record. You know what I'm saying? Like I would
Yeah.
just record. Like he wouldn't like at that point. Like if you wanted my opinion, I wasn't really producing the record per se. It was more just like, you want my opinion, like I'll interject, but otherwise, like you're the artist. Like I'm not gonna sit here, but oh man, maybe you should retake that. Like that was never my style, and we kind of just grew from there. And then yeah, like we honestly, like I said, we just like clicked. Like it was one of the things like that's my dog. We've been too deep around the country a whole bunch of times, in the trenches before he was with the deals and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's been a fun ride with my boy, man. I definitely appreciate him for everything he's done for me for sure. So
Yeah, I want to ask, like, from your perspective, like, obviously Maxo Cream, he's a way bigger name now than
Yeah,
you first got together. Um, just what's it feel like to like go somewhere and like barely have people show up to like now where
man.
he puts the microphone up and like he doesn't have to say a word.
It's crazy. Even not long ago, like the last tour, his first. He's done a couple of headlining tours, but like this last one was like his first under Rock Nation and shit. And we did this room in Warehouse or in Houston. It's called the House of Blues, and it's probably maybe holds like 1,500 or something like, or maybe over that. It might have been 2,000 in the place that night. But we went from doing. They have a small room at House of Blues, and it used to hold like 200 or 300. We used to do that room, barely get it filled out, do some of the other rooms in Houston, and it's like we finally came back and sold out that place and had lines out, and like I remember we just talked after, like, man, this shit's crazy. Like, we knew it was coming, but even still then, like, just in the moment, it's still like, it's one of the things you gotta like soak in. And it's just like, it just is a testament to his grind. Like, he works harder than like 99% of the artists I know. He really does, like, and he stays focused, and he wasn't afraid to bet on himself. Like, they put a lot of time and money and effort into him early on. It was, like, a lot of artists are afraid to really push what they're about, push their image and stuff, and like invest in themselves. Like, they were spending money on videos, promotion, traveling, like, and it wasn't anything, like, just like they were earning on their own. So like, to see it come together now, like, I'm so happy for him, and like I can't wait to get back on tour now.
Yeah, I love the video you posted of Fetty live. That shit's hard.
Oh yeah, it's legendary. That was definitely like, man, we as close as we probably ever would be to crying tears of some shit like that. Like, we walked off stage, it was like, man, that's legendary, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it really was epic shit for sure.
Yo, if you talk to Maxo, tell him I need that shit on fucking Apple Music, bro.
Man, I don't even, man. So the Fetty thing is crazy too, because I in this studio right here, we were in here. That shit took like 8 or 9 hours overnight. Like, we were all like, we all had a pretty funny night. You know what I'm saying? A lot of smoking, a lot of we were on it too. So it came out. It's crazy because when the song was done, like, everybody knew it was jamming, but nobody really knew, like, oh, this is the one that's about to just fucking take off. Because it's like Cardi was just brand new, just coming out to Houston. Like, I'd known Dash for a few years, and Dash and Maxo were like the more known ones, and it was like that song like put Cardi on another level. And yeah, I'm still like, man, that's a label thing that's so crazy, and I'm still waiting for my plaque on that. They're messing up with that. So
Yeah, if you need your plaque for that, that's heat, bro.
legendary song for sure. Like, I'm definitely honored to be a part of that. So
Yeah, from your work personally, bro, my favorite shit. I know you dropped that R&B. I know you have an R&B album.
yeah,
But the other side, I like that album. You got some big
yeah,
names on there: Kevin Gates, ASAP
yeah,
Ferg. Obviously, Maxwell's on there. Devin the Dude, he's a legend.
yeah.
I was curious to know, you got another tape. Like, I know you can't say no release there or nothing if you do, but like, you have another tape in the works, or what's up with that?
Not really, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I did a few. Like, I actually got a lot of compilations. That used to kind of be my thing. Like, coming up, even early on. Like, man, I had Freddie Gibbs on records before people were really messing with Freddie. I'm trying to think who are some other. I mean, obviously Maxo. Who are some other people? I had Dizzy Wright on some records. I had Bud B on stuff, like all types of stuff. Devin on all types of stuff. Millionaire. But that other side, that was like my big first album that I pushed with promotion and stuff. And man, it was a lot. It was a headache. Put a lot of money into it. Like, it was honestly just too much. I wouldn't do it again. I love it, and I loved all the project. The thing about it was I didn't have to pay for beats and have to pay for features. It was like all people I knew, and it still cost a ton of money and like was a ton of work and stuff like that. So I feel bad for artists all the time. That's why I do like beat giveaways and deals and stuff too, because I know how hard it is to do that stuff. But I wouldn't. Every once in a while, I'm a couple singles together and stuff, but a full project, I probably wouldn't do it again. It was a lot. I really enjoyed it, but man, it was tough. All those it was like 60 people on there. So could you imagine dealing with like 60, pretty solid artists to like high artists and stuff? I was having to clear stuff. Kevin Gates' label even took the project down for a little bit. Then I had to get it back up with clearance from Kev. Like, it was all types of stuff going on though. So, but luckily everybody was like so most of them were people I've known forever. So it was pretty easy to navigate. A couple of them were a little tricky, but most of it was pretty good.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on something you just said too. I wanted to ask this before you even brought it up. I love, like, on your page, I can't think of another producer that, like, you give advice to artists on, like, how to put yourself on playlists, like sites you can go on to get paid.
Sure.
What's your motivation behind that? Just because you know the struggle behind it, or like you just trying to help artists?
A lot of that all kind of goes the same. Like, man, I record a lot too. Production is mainly my focus, but I definitely engineer just kind of out of necessity for a lot of artists. And I see the struggles with a lot of them. A lot of them don't understand anything about the music business. They just record a song and drop it, and then they wonder, like, man, why'd I get 5 plays on my SoundCloud or something like that, and that's it. And it's like, man, you don't understand, like, not necessarily that the music isn't good, it's more because you're not getting it to the right people that need to hear your music. Or like, that's the problem with a lot of the big songs that get big isn't necessarily because it's a better song than other songs out there. It's just because they just did a better job of marketing and finding the avenues. So it's part of to get the word out to artists that there's a lot of different things that you can do. And also just I like teaching and helping people. I've run production camps and stuff like that, and the same advice I give, I feel like all these studio sessions all the time, I end up telling the people the same stuff. You just be putting it online. So the more recent, I've been focusing on just trying to get more content out, like, just because obviously I was answering the same questions over and over, like, what's important when artists drops, things like that. And I was like, I think probably a lot of people that follow me probably have the same question, because I have producers that follow me, but most that follow me are probably artists. So, I feel like I need to cater to a lot of that too. And, producers, I make tons of beat videos all the time, so everybody kind of can get a feel for it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And bro, before you get off here, I want to congratulate you. I saw the Producer of the Award, the Southern Entertainment Awards.
Thank you, man.
That's huge, bro. Just seeing your name next to those other people.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it was an honor. Definitely a lot of fire on that list. Even to be up there was pretty cool. So I'm working to catch them a little more.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say congratulations on that, bro. I want to thank you for coming on.
For sure.
I mean, I hope this COVID shit ends soon enough, and you guys come and play in LA. I'll be out there. I'll come see you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I can't wait either. So, and I appreciate you having me, man. It was always a pleasure, and I definitely look forward to the next time.
Thanks, bro. Have a nice day, bro. Stay safe.
You too, my G. Peace.
Peace. I want to thank TrakkSounds for coming on the podcast. It was an honor to have him on. Obviously, one of the best producers in the game right now. DJ from Axo Cream. He's doing big things. That's going to take us to our next music break. This is the Tom Bomb Podcast on Pop Radio Worldwide with Spotify Premium and iHeartRadio.
Oh yeah, oh boy, this shit bangin'.
Look at my rollie, don't never TikTok. I got the bands, I make this shit pop. Turning your lovin' into my new thought. Bustin' a move, she showing the block. She with the thotty action. She throwing booty with no traction. She don't give a fuck about your reaction. She scoring numbers like Scottie Pippen. She doing numbers, top of the chart. She got niggas running round after dark. That's my thought, and I love it real hard. You niggas feeling but ain't got no balls. Leave you on bread, she gon' break your heart. Body bag, body bag, body bag. She born out for the win. Body bag, body bag, body bag. She born out for the win. Yeah, she born out for the win. She came in, new diamonds on the set. She let her rollie, but want a new.
I want to welcome everyone back to the Tom Bomb Podcast. This is the best part of the show. Music review. This is my favorite part of the show. First song we're going to view today, We by Trippie Redd. Before I say anything about the song, great album by Trippie Redd. Overall, top to bottom, amazing album. I think it's the second best album after Life's a Trip. For this song, I'm going to go 8.9. For the next song we're going to review, Armed and Dangerous by Kane Vaughn. I'm going to give this song a 9.7. I want to shout out Kane Vaughn. Obviously, rest in peace, Kane Vaughn. Amazing album. Welcome to O Block. Go stream it now. He owned the masters, so all the money's going to go to his family. So it's important to stream that now. Next song we're going to review, Tweaking by Doughboy and Future. I'm not going to lie. This song's fucking fire. Future never misses. I'm going to go 9.6. Shout out Future. Shout out Doughboy. Next song we're going to review, Stay Down, Lil Durk, Six Black, and Young Thug. I really like this song. I really enjoyed this song. I think Lil Durk is amazing. I think he's really good. 6 Black, great background, great catchy background. I have this song on repeat. Obviously, Young Thug does this thing. He never misses. I'm going to go... I'm going to go 8.9. Solid song. It went immediately on my playlist. Next song we're going to review, Slow Flow, Busta Rhymes, Old Dirty Bastard. Shout out Old Dirty Bastard, R.I.P. Busta Rhymes bringing the old school shit back. Let's go. Yo, that beat is absolutely fucking insane. Sounds like I'm in a video game. Old Dirty Bastard, amazing. I'm really wondering how long Busta Rhymes had that verse for, because they were friends before he died. Busta Rhymes, amazing verse. Both verses are amazing. Dude, 9.7. 9.7. Amazing song. I think that's one of Busta Rhymes' best songs he's ever made. Next song we're going to review, Sucks to Be You by St. John. I know it's going to sound like I'm being extra generous this week, but a lot of great music came out this week. Shout out St. John. I'm not going to lie, that's one of my favorite songs playing right now. I'm going to go 9.8. Look out for his new album coming out. Next song we're going to do, going back to the Kane Vaughn album. I know this might sound biased because he passed away, but I had this playlist before he even passed away. Next song we're going to review, The Code, Polo G, Kane Vaughn. In my personal opinion, Polo G is the hottest person out right now. Younger generation. I think I understand the numbers, Lil Baby, NBA Youngboy. Polo G's killing it. He literally never misses. He hasn't missed. This was a great look for Chicago. I'm glad this got public before Vaughn passed away. 9.4. This is a great song. I'm looking forward to more Polo G shit, always. Go stream The GOAT if you haven't, Polo G's album. That's going to be it for the music review this week. When we come back from our music break, it's going to be artists to look out for and who we need more music from. It's the Tom Bomb Podcast on Pop Radio Worldwide with iHeartRadio and Spotify Premium.
Feeling you, I thought you were the one. I knew you were the one cause you weren't about the bugs. Shawty, where you going, you're missing out on my love. Why you gotta do me like that? Put me under the bus and yeah, all them things you did to me, I was pressured. Baby, didn't know how I fell into depression. I hit my feels cause I knew that you wouldn't get it. So back to the duffel, big chill and I'm in it. I've been feeling kinda lovesick. I know you don't expect me to sing on some dumb shit. I don't really have friends who wanna fuck with. My plan was to be with you, the only person going up with. Nah, I'm a loner in my empty circle. I did the pen and my tears writing in my journal. Every song got your name in it, and I'm afraid you'll be ashamed of it. Like,
welcome back to Tom Bomb Podcast. We're on Pop Radio Worldwide with Spotify Premium and iHeartRadio. I want to shout out to On the Don, bro. He's been killing it on the commercials this entire episode. Shout out New Jersey. Let's get into it. Who do I need more music from? Who's been too silent? I mean, it's obvious if you're a real hip-hop fan. Pusha T. Where's Pusha T? He drops Daytona, one of the best albums of the year. I think that's 2018. So that's 2 years of that album from him. He ruined... I mean, nobody else has ever done this. He publicly gave Drake an L. Obviously, it doesn't affect Drake's whole career, but people did question his pen after that. I mean, I'm not going to touch the whole Sun situation. That's kind of fucked up. But Pusha T, I need more music from. I think he's one of the hardest rappers doing it. Daytona was a classic album. That's his best album, I think, Daytona. I really need more Pusha T music. He's been on a few features this year, killed every one of them. I need a whole project from him. I don't want to be the person to say this, but someone's got to do it. I also need more music from 50 Cent. I understand he's making all the money with Power. He's got all the other shit going on. You're one of the best rappers of all time. I need something from you. An album, mixtape. The last tape he dropped, Too Rich for the Bitch, amazing. He had Post Malone on there. And then he goes on Pop Smoke's album. He also produced the whole Pop Smoke album, which is amazing. But and he kills his verse. But where is your album? I need something from him. It's the same thing with Kanye West. It's just yeah, you get famous, you make money all these other ways, but this is what got you famous. The culture needs you. Too much mumble rap. 50 Cent, please, make a comeback. Even a fucking EP, a 4-song EP. I need something for 50 Cent. I love 50 Cent. I think Get Rich or Die Trying is the top 5 album of all time. I need more music from 50 Cent. It's time to pick the artist to look out for this week. This week I got Deado from Newark, New Jersey. I'm going to get him on the show. I've already talked to him. His music's fire. Lil Dev is coming up in New Jersey. And him, I think they're the 2 best upcoming artists in New Jersey right now. No disrespect to anyone else. Let's check out his song, Distractions. Yo, shout out my New Jersey artist. I can't wait to have him on the show, and I can't wait till he blows up, goes viral worldwide. That's going to be it for the Tom Bomb Podcast this week. Season 2, Episode 4. We're on Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
Welcome to the world of 2-in-1.
Got it bumping.
Came back again, I'm back for the win. This is my year, ain't no denying it. Straight to the top, trust I'ma climb it. Haters gon' hate, but I promise I'm fine with it. This is my world, I'm changing the climate. You are not adequate, get on my army. Real talk, they ain't really feeling what I gotta say. Got a lot on our plate, but we ain't eating the same. Made up my mind, I wanted to find the things. Can I complain? I chose this life, I'm staying in my own lane. Niggas